Guys, welcome back to my channel, Thrifty and Nifty Ideas. And I wanted to share with you a project I worked on yesterday. I should have videoed it as I went along. I didn't, and I didn't even think about it. And a friend of mine I was talking to last night said, well, hell, you should have videoed it. So I'm just going to kind of show you what I did to repair this pipe. My water guys were out here and they seen a puddle of water and they figured we had a leak. So they dug it out, and sure as anything, in this joint right there, there was a little pinhole and it was spurting out water. So they dug it out really good for me. I appreciate them doing that for me. And they told me that because it was on our property, we would have to be, we were responsible for the payment. And I asked, how much would a plumber cost? They said about $300 to $400. And I said no way to that. So went to Lowe's, picked up some pieces that I needed. And I wanted to show you guys how to do this because it is super simple. Don't waste your money on a plumber for a project like this. So anyway, some of the things that you're going to need from Lowe's, and I did this whole project for less than $50, is you're going to need, of course, PVC pipe. This is pretty cheap. Actually, this piece my water guys gave me for free, so I didn't have to buy that. But, it's a couple dollars at your hardware store. This is 3/4 inch, as are the couplers and connectors I'm going to be using. You're going to need, see if I can get that in there, a 3/4 inch coupler. This one was, let me look at my receipt. Here's my receipt. The couplers cost me 37 cents a piece. I picked up a few extra. It's always good when you get these to pick up extra. Gonna need a 45-degree elbow if your pipe calls for that. If you find that it's just in a straight piece, it's not elbowed like what mine is, then you're not gonna need any kind of an elbow. You're just gonna need your straight connectors. So this is the elbow that actually had the pinhole in it. Not going to be able to see it because it was super fine. I think it was along one of these seams. But that's the piece that was removed. And that's the piece I'm going to show you how to do this with. You're going to need a tape measure for measuring your length of PVC pipe that you're going to need to cut. A little bit of sandpaper, whatever you got on hand is fine. You're going to need a hand saw or a hacksaw. I got this fancy one from Lowe's. It was about $19. I got this because the blade seemed to me a little bit more durable and sturdy than just getting a regular, $5 hacksaw. Okay, so that's what you're going to need for that. And some rags or paper towels for drying the pipes. And you're going to need a tool like this. I call it a meter tool. If you go into Lowe's and you ask them for a meter tool, they're going to know what you're talking about, but on the receipt it says it's a steel curb key. This is for shutting on and off your water. You're going to need some PVC cement. This is just all-purpose cement. You can use this on para-PVC, CPVC, some other stuff, pretty much everything. And this ran me, oh gosh, how much was that? I don't know, it's like $5 or $6, something like that. Anyway, all in all, like I said, this project was less than $50. Good idea to pick up one of these. This is for twisting off your cap on your PVC. Like that. Get it on there, and that just kind of lets you open and close this. Well, open it a lot easier. That's pretty much all you need for this project. And the first thing that you're going to want to do when you discover that you have a leak in your pipe, I'm sorry, my dogs are all carried on, is you're going to want to shut off your water. I'm going to pick up my camera and show you how to do that. So there's where your meter is. Be very careful reaching into these because oftentimes snakes like to get up in there, so you want to be careful. But you want to flip it open. You want to take a look around for black widows or snakes, any critters that might be hiding down in there that you don't want to deal with. And then you're just going to pull that off of there. All right. Inside your little meter area here, that's where your water guys, if I could clean that off, where your water guys are going to see how much water you've been using. That's the meter itself. Here is your shutoff valve. Here's where this comes into play. Here. So you're going to use your little meter tool. You're going to put it on there. Right now I got the water going. So to shut it off, there's a hole right there and there's a hole right there. And you want to use that tool to turn so that your holes line up. So you're going to be going clockwise on that. Once those holes line up, your water will turn off in that pipe. And then to turn it back on when you're done with your project, same thing. You're just going to turn that, and that hole will be facing down at about the 7 o'clock position. 6 or 7 o'clock position will be fine as you're viewing it. So anyway, like I said, my water's still going right now. If I turn it off, my mom's going to freak out and think something's wrong with the pipe again. So that's what that looks like. Esme, are you helping me today? Well, that's my little girl, Esme. Move, Ezzy. Move. You're all up in my business, dog. Move. Esme, move. Okay, so let's get back to our pipe that is leaking. Esme, move. All right. If I can get my camera to stay put. All right, let's try that. Okay, like I said, the leak had been in that elbow joint, and I'm going to use the one that they took out to show you how to do this. And all you're going to do is use your hacksaw to cut off the section that's leaking and go a little bit further back to give you more room in your pipe to work with. And then you're just going to twist your cap off. There we go. Of your cement. And when you're working with this, you just want a thin coat. If you get it on there too thick, it's going to do what's called pudding, and you're not going to get a good seal. So just a thin coat of that. You are going to put it, where'd my joint go? Oh, don't fall over. You're going to put that on the inside of your pieces. Just real thin. Make sure you got good coverage though. And you want to work kind of fast. This stuff dries really fast. Then you're going to take your piece of PVC pipe that you're working with. Oh, I almost forgot to put it on there. And you're going to put a thin coat on that too. Get that. Oh, I'm going left-handed. I'm not a lefty. I'm a switch hands. I'm not a lefty. All right. Thin coat on there. Then all you do is give it a good twist onto the end of your pipe until you feel it seat itself. Okay. And what I did, I went back on the outside and I just did another thin coat around the outside just for a little added coverage. And that's all you got to do to attach your PVC pieces together. Okay, when you go to, let's switch ends. Here's where your sandpaper comes in handy. If you've got a hacksaw off a piece, you see all these little kind of little plastic pieces, you don't really want that on there. So you want to just use your sandpaper and just give that a good go around. Get some of that funk out of there. And then also, for a little added, you don't have to do this, but I didn't do it on my other one. If you go around the outside of it, that's going to give you a good rough surface, and your cement will actually hold better. So anyway, get all that off of there. You don't want all those little plastic funkies on the end. So, all right, got that. That's going to start to dry really fast. Then let's say I cut off another little piece, because where I had to cut off was I had to put a new elbow in there and then cut the little length from where you can see that seam, that's where that pipe's going to rest, up to there. So about, I think it was about 3.5 inches or so that I cut off. And then I attached it to the coupler. And it's the same principle as what I just showed you with the 45-degree elbow. I'm going to take my sandpaper and just kind of sand that real quick. I'm going to sand the outside. Get all my little funkies off the end, out of the inside. Make sure that's good. Went kind of fast on that. Then, same thing. A thin coat. I'm not a lefty. I gotta quit doing this. Well, that's not really thin. Okay, thin coat on your pipe. Thin coat on the inside of your coupler. Okay. And attach. And you want to give that a good twist till you feel it seat itself right about there. You can see where that seam is. And then, like I said, just another, you don't have to do this. I just did it for, you know, shits and grins. Okay, there you have it. That's all you got to do. And then it's just a matter of connecting the pieces together. So like I said, this project costs a little less than $50 to do. And you want to let this sit in about, if you're working under 60-degree weather or if it's raining, it's not going to work for you. Excuse me. Let me get a drink of my sweet tea. So anyway, that cement needs to be in 60-degree weather for that to cure really good. God, every time I start hacking. But anyway, it's going to take about 2 hours for that to cure good. And you want to keep that all dry while it's curing. So if it's going to be raining or anything like that, you want to cover that up really good. After 2 hours, you're going to use your tool to turn on the water and the meter like I showed you how to do. Then it's just a matter of filling the dirt back in. Filling the dirt back in. And what I'm going to do, just as added, and my neighbor's going by, so my dog's barking, as added protection for this pipe, is I have a foam noodle, swimming pool noodle, and I'm going to cut that, and I'm going to place that around that pipe, and then pack the dirt in all around that. I don't want a whole bunch of pressure on that pipe. So all you got to do, turn the water back on, and you're good to go after a couple hours. So I hope this helps you guys. Hope this saves you guys some money. Don't hire a plumber when you can do it yourself. If you don't know how to do it, ask your people from your water department for some guidance. Go on to YouTube and look at videos like this or any others. And a lot of these projects you can just do yourself and, you know, save yourself a lot of money. Thank you guys for hanging out with me and watching this, and I really hope this helps y'all. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.